The surprising news this morning that a South Fargo man had been taken into custody and slapped with $1 million bail is a shock to people watching the story for the first time, but it's no surprise to Fargo PD. They've actually been working on this case for the last 2 days on what had originally come into our newsroom as a suicide call about 10:15 on Tuesday night. Now, the documents that they passed out during today's news conference said that the original report said the man reported that he and his wife were fighting with one another when the wife, now the victim, Elizabeth Rogers, pulled a gun out and threatened him with it. He told police that he wrestled with her to try to get the gun away, but before he could, she turned it on herself. Police at the time would only tell us that the scene was very messy. Now, today, they're explaining there's quite a bit more that was going on.
The initial investigation and the initial information that officers received by Mr. Rogers when they arrived at the home is that Mrs. Rogers apparently died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. After some extensive investigation work that evening and then throughout the day on Wednesday and Thursday, we discovered several inconsistencies with Mr. Rogers' statements. In fact, as a result of some fairly exhaustive forensic examination of the scene, the investigators that were assigned to this case did some reconstructing of the scene. That, in conjunction with the autopsy results that we received from the medical examiner's office, continued to demonstrate some inconsistencies with the information that we were being provided by Mr. Rogers. And late last evening, through the course of our investigation, we developed enough information and enough probable cause to arrest and charge Mr. Rogers with the murder of Elizabeth Rogers.
Police expect to have Mr. Rogers back in court at 8:30 on Monday morning. They expect to file formal charging documents in the case either Friday afternoon or as Mr. Rogers makes his arraignment. For InforumTV.com, I'm Emily Welker.